pure demo today. Where's your booties, Justin? What a crappy suit you have. You don't have moon booties built in?
What?
Nope.
You're gonna get dust on your shoes, loser.
I'm wearing my old grandpa New Balance shoes. Legitimately, my grandpa was like, these make my feet feel funny. You want them? I was like, sure.
Did they start out white?
They did not know.
You guys are cute.
So, we're gonna take the support out of the water tank so that we can move it to the new location underneath the mast. We gotta get the hull sanded and ready to take on new bulkheads. And then if we get to it, which I don't think we will, we also need to cut the hole.
No, God!
In the front of the boat.
Oh, God, please, no!
In the V-berth.
No! No!
There's rot at the top of the bulkhead that separates it from the chain locker.
No!
So I'm going to cut out all the rot, get it down to a nice spot, and then resurface it, perhaps even make a pass-through to that.
Okay.
Because that is going to be ultimately where we store our trash.
Boom.
And then we're rerouting the chain from that locker underneath the V-berth now. So that'll be another challenge. We ready to do this?
Let's do it.
Come on, Justin. Let's go.
Do you have more clamps somewhere, Kell?
Walk me through this. The leakage.
Well, we have this leak. It lives up here somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And it comes down and then drips down here. So we're trying to figure out where the source of the leak is, like how the water is ingressing into the boat. And because it appears to come all the way down this seam and then come out here and drip. So obviously we could seal this up and prevent it from coming in, but then you're just locking it in the wall, which is a terrible idea. So we need to figure out where it's coming from and then address it. So what we did is on the deck, we put plastic over the area I think it's coming in on and let it rain all night in hopes that it wouldn't drip. It dripped.
Yeah.
We've been chasing a leak that I think comes in at this deck hull seam.
There's some water collecting there. Between the third and second window bay.
And runs all the way down and then finally manifests itself over here. That's my guess. So the saga continues. Here are the big questions. This is clearly water damaged.
Yeah, I see.
So that's leaking, which means we really should take this window out and reseal it and make sure it's not leaking into the core. So do we do that with just this one? Do we do it with all of them? Do we replace them with opening ones? What do you want to do?
I think probably
Like
pulling
this one?
all of them.
Yeah. And also, this plywood wall, I feel like I want it out of here. I think it's ugly. And I'm not in love with this at all. I don't know if that's supposed to like catch water and prevent it from dripping on your head or.
I think it's just a handrail for getting around.
And then the other thing we need to do is we need to cut this out so it's just a bulkhead like these other ones. Because this keeps the water from sloshing around.
Yep.
But then we need to relocate this to wherever we're gonna put the mast. So I think today I'm just gonna keep working on the demo in here, if that works for you, but what needs to be demoed out? So are we gonna take this floor out?
I think we should.
Yeah, it's a little
It's pretty
wonky.
wobbly.
I don't think we necessarily need to mess with this.
Yeah, this like has a transition, so I think keeping that makes sense. But this matching this is going to be impossible.
What are we doing in the V-berth, Kelly, other than fixing that nasty, rotten
love-
front?
To take all this crap out.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
I like taking the white part.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, but
This,
not the shelves.
not this. Yeah.
This is like a vinyl on the walls. It's like gross peel-off stuff. We need to get rid of that. And this wall back here
So
needs to
this-
be cut until it's good wood and then spliced. We're gonna turn that forward area into the chain locker and then take up as much as this so we can hold a lot of chain as possible. Then we'll have a hosel pipe going down to there to let it through from the windlass, which is right up there. We've done some damage today, Justin.
Yeah.
There's no more ceiling. This bulkhead is missing. All the facade on this is gone, and now we just have to deal with this adhesive. I did the same thing up there in the V-berth and in the lockers. Once we get all this cleaned up, then it becomes even more fun because all this old crap needs to come off. And then we need to grind that smooth, patch anything that needs it, and then
Like the hole you found.
we found a hole. Let's see. Right here, what it was just like this piece of epoxy that someone had globbed on here. And it was definitely, and it is wet all the way around it. And I hit it with the hammer just to see like a casual little thunk. The whole thing popped off. There's also one on this side. You can see right there. A lot of that. So strong and stable. Most of them I'm worried about my nose. This is not fun. It's pretty satisfying. You want to do some of this? You don't have to, but it's fun. Did you say yes? You want to try it?
No, go for it.
Are you sure?
Yep.
This is precisely the task I was doing in the other bathroom when I cut through the hole. I cut through the hole right here while I was demoing the bedroom.
Looks like you did it twice. Yeah.
Here. Yeah, I'm doing it the right way and the wrong way.
Oh.
So let's avoid that this time if we can. So this is a little disturbing, Justin. Check this out. Does that seem a little easy to do? This is like all that's holding the fiberglass or the door in place. This seems like a little weak. When we put in the new bulkheads, they will be tougher than that.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. How are you guys?
Doing good. Should come see.
Okay.
It looks a lot different.
I saw there was a big piece of something out there.
There's some pieces.
Wow. Looks a lot different in here.
Yeah, there's no ceiling.
Uh-huh.
Took out this bulkhead, took out the toilet surround,
Wow.
pulled out a bunch of failing fiberglass. I was just doing this project and got distracted. In the forward V-berth, there is vinyl that's attached to the wall. And when you pull it off, it comes off in little chunks.
Oh.
That's not your job.
Okay.
Do you have a chunk of that weird stuff that we found?
That's what all this is.
Yeah, look at that.
It's like rock.
Oh, weird.
Okay, so the walls are covered in this stuff. And I have no idea what it is. It's this kind of like black, hard, rocky material. And what it was doing is kind of like sitting like this to kind of fill this gap. And it seems to be what all these panels are stuck on with. I didn't know what it was, so I asked the hive mind, and it turns out this is bear shit. That's what they call it, bear shit. And it was very popular pre-1980 for basically it's polyester resin mixed with asbestos. Haha, good. Anyway, it was very popular before they banned use of asbestos and things. What's cool about it is it's non-friable. And what that means is it doesn't just atomize into the air like if it was blanket material and you shook it, you get all these fibers coming out and you'd inhale it and die. What this does is it's just one big solid block. And as long as we don't sand it down the risk is relatively low when it comes to dealing with asbestos, and I stress the term relatively. So we got out our beefy masks, making sure these are nice and tight, and we're, instead of sanding this off, which would probably be the easier way to do it, we're going to use chisels and chisel it off. Obviously the chisels are still gonna shoot up chunks, but it shouldn't make it like airborne. Then when we do the cleanup, before we suck all this up, we'll use the wet dry vac and kind of hose everything down, because anytime you use like concrete dust or asbestos or things like that, you want to use water, because water knocks down the dust and makes it so it doesn't float up in the air and you inhale it. So next up, we're gonna clean up all these things. It's basically demo. This will be quite exciting work that we're doing this week, but it's all in preparation for rebuilding this place. You ready?
Ready.
Do I look cool?
Very cool.
What are you working on? What?
Chipping away?
You're chipping away?
Yeah. Oh, it smells bad.
Does it?
Yeah, I could smell it with a mask on.
Yeah, well now you gotta keep it off. Yeah, it's probably the adhesive. So what are you chipping away?
All this vinyl.
Lovely. That seems to be working actually pretty great.
Yeah, I feel it's really sticky. It's like gummy.
You.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad it's coming off. I was afraid it was gonna come off on the tiniest pieces, but that little scraper's working pretty well.
Yeah, it's working great.
What's the plan after this? I put up little stringers so we can attach lats and insulate it, and then make the lats.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a whole lot of sanding though.
Just to get the goo off.
Yeah, or maybe we could just stick the stringers to the goo that's already here.
That might be a good idea.
It's still
but
very sticky.
I wonder if there's some sort of, like if acetone will break that down or something.
Maybe. I think probably the heat from this thing is...
Is it getting all nasty?
Yeah, it's kind of gross.
Yeah, it is. Demo day!
Yeah, demo day.
Okay, I'm gonna get back to
days.
chipping.
Yeah, I think it'll take us more than one day.
You think so?
Yeah, maybe
Well,
all weekend.
you have little faith. I think you're right. Look how meaty that is. Two pieces of plywood put together because it holds up this end of the support for the mast. I was a little annoyed to realize it doesn't go all the way down to the hole. Coming on now, Kell. Ready to see? I decided to go ahead and rip out this floor because that compression post that goes up to the support up here and holds the beam that holds up the mast. It's a good inch long piece of plywood, but it was off center with this, so it's not like it was required to be there. This is what's like encased in whatever is underneath here to hold that up on this end, and then the other side is held up by that post. Anyway, this place just needs a big old cleanup.
Hey you! Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw and you want to keep following along, become a subscriber. Just hit that subscribe button below.
Marshmallow men. Wait. Rock and roll. Moon Man out. Hello.
Hi.
You remind me of my Aunt Jo when you do that. She'd open the door and say, knock, knock.
That's like, alert.
Yeah.
Warning.
Protect your Johnson.
What are you going to do to it?